Okay, so let me explain the things again. We are doing the trees. We will be doing the two types of trees now. One is called the normal trees, and another one is called the binary search tree. So in the trees, we have, let me draw the diagram again. In the trees, we have one parent, and it can have n number of children. And each children can have n number of sub-children like this. It can have 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, n number of children can is allowed in each node. So if we want to create a node structure for the trees, I will create the value. Value will be, let's say, 1, and it can have the multiple children which will go into the array. And to add the data inside the children, we will use this add function. We will put the data inside the children. So if I take this node, I want to add the children. I will take this node, one node, and I will add n number of children by calling this add function and passing some data in it. And all the children data will go inside this children array. So trees can have a value and n number of children. Whereas in the binary search tree, we can have only left side and right side. It cannot have more than 2 children. So if I want to draw the binary search tree, I will create a root, and it can have 2 children, left and right. And again, left can have 2 children, left and right. And also remember, the left side is always less than the parent, and the right side is greater than the parent. So if I put 4, I cannot put 3 here. Right side should be greater than 4. So it can get bigger number, but left side can get smaller number. So left side can get smaller number than the parent, and right side will get a bigger number. And it can have only 2 children, and left side can have 2 more children. It can be null also, but maximum allowed are 2 children. So I can put 2 here, and since 4 is already taken here, so I cannot put anything here. So this is small set, so it can be up till this side. Right side it cannot have right side here, because right side will get 4, and we cannot 4 here because 4 is already taken here. So in the binary search tree, I will have the value, which is, let's say, 4, and it can have the left side, which is this one, and it can have the right side, which is this one. So this is the difference between the 2 trees which we are doing right now. There are few more trees which we will take later, but for in the beginning phase, we will only study these 2 ones.
Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. In line number 7, you wrote that new node of data, right?
Yeah.
I need some clarity about that node. What is?
So the children cannot have the simple values like this. Okay, let me draw the diagram. So let's say this is a tree, and it has 3 children.
Yeah, it may have a number of children. Yeah, it's an object or anything. It's a node.
Yeah, new node means we are calling this node again with the value. So when we are calling this new node, it will be getting this value and children 2 parameters as an object.
Okay.
So what is your problem? Doubt?
My doubt is that the 7th line only. There we are calling this node again.
Yeah, we are calling this node again because each children will be object. Object of what? Object of node. So each children which will be having, it will have the value, for example 4, and it can have also the children as an array. Initially it is empty. If I don't put new node, then if I put only data, for example, then each children will get 4, 3, 2, but then how will you get the more children of 4? To get the more children of 4, we need this structure. Okay. So to get this structure, each part is a node itself. So rather putting the data in the children, which is only the value 4, we need to put the object. Object means it will have the value and it can have more children.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
when we'll put some example, you will see in real world how it is looking.
Okay. Okay.
Is it done?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Let's create the file also, so that I can write it there. So this is the file. Okay. Now what we will do? We will create. We will create some values for this tree, and we will create the values for BST also, so that it is clear how it looks. So if I want to create something for the tree, I will be creating another object that is called the tree. Okay, and for doing, because I will be manipulating the tree, I will be doing few more functions on the tree. So I need this tree which will have the structure which I just now explained. This should have this complete structure. I cannot get complete structure in the node. Node is a part of the tree. So we need the complete structure, and that's the reason we need to create this object tree. Okay, now for the binary search also, I will create another function for doing all the manipulations on the binary search tree. So I'll say BST. Okay, so let's try to do first here in the tree, and then we'll go to BST. So in the tree, we will create one variable is called the root. Initially, it will have null value, and we will be go on putting the children and the value in this root one. Okay, in the BST also we will be having the root, which is initially null. Okay, so this is the initial state of tree and BST, and we will be going through it. So before I work detail on this one, just write down these two functions and in 1 minute, and then I'll go more how to create initial structure. So if I want to, yeah, you go on writing, I'll just explain a few things. If I want to add the data in the tree, it is completely manual process now. We cannot have some automatic process to add the things inside the tree. Though you can write a function and you can have something based on your logic, but right now with this example, I will be putting things manually in the tree. But with BST, as I showed you, with the BST, I showed you it is left side should be less than right side, or less than parent, and right side should be greater than parent. So I will just put the number 4. It will automatically put inside the tree. So in the BST, it is automatic process, but with the tree, it will be the manual process. Okay, just write on the tree, then we'll go more into it. Okay. Okay, so 1 minute over, you can write down more things later when you want. So before I go further, let me put all tree separately and binary search tree separately, so that we can distinguish between the two things. Now here I will just create few things in the tree. I will try to add things in the tree. So I will create a variable t equal to new tree. This is the object I created from the tree. Now in the tree we have the root. So manually I will change the value of the root. So what I will say, t dot root equal to new node. I'm calling this new node. New node of 20, for example. I put the value of 20. So if I want to see what's happening now, let's try to see in practical way how it looks. Okay, so I created this function, and tree, I created this tree, and tree dot root is node 20. So if I go and see what is tree, t, so t has the root. Root is nothing but the value of 20, and it has the children of empty array. Though this add function is there, ignore it for a few minutes. We just concentrate on these two things. So this is the tree with the value of 20, and it has the children. So let's put it in the diagram. So this is my tree. Root node is having the value of 20, and it has the children. Right now it is empty. We don't have anything in it. So children is empty. So we got one top level head level here in this example. Okay, so let's try to add more example now. Now root is 20. Now I will say t, if I want to add things inside the children of the root, so I will say t dot root dot children. No need to say children. In the tree dot root is nothing but the node. So if I want to add inside the children, I can directly call the add function. So I'll say t dot root dot add. I will add three more values. For example, 0, t dot root dot add 40, t dot root dot add minus 15. So when I write these three lines of the code, what will happen? It will go to the root. Root is nothing but this node, as I added this node in the root. When I say add means it will add the children. So it will add 0 as a children, 40 as a children. So what will happen when I pass 0? It will create a node of 0 and push it into the children. When I pass 40, it will create the node of 40, that is this object of 40, and it will push in the children. When I pass 15, it will create a new node of 15 and push it in the children. So children will not have these only values. It will be object, and object will have value and still more children. So we can put more grandchildren also. So let's try to run these three lines of the code and see how the tree looks. Now I will say t. What is t? Let's see. So we have the value 20, and it has three children. Each children is the object, and each children has value of 0, 40, and 15, minus 15, and each children can have more children in it. So after writing these three lines of the code, our diagram will change to this one. Zero, 40, and minus 15. Okay. So you write down this example, and now I will give you one thing. You have to figure out what it is. Okay, write on this part. Pagalala. Sorry. Is it done? Okay. So now I want to add. Now the structure is this one. 0, 40, and 15. Now I want to add inside this one. Sorry. Okay. So now you have to tell me what should I write here if I want to add three values inside this. One second, let me. 3 values inside it. 1, 2, 3. I want to add 3 values here, and I don't want to put anything here, and I want to put 1 value here. Okay, so we need to manually add inside this one. So what should I write if I want to put something here? Let's say I want to put something here. For example, I want to add here as a 12. Then I want to add here as a -2. Then I want to add here as 1. And here I want to add -2. So tell me, what should I write in the code so that will work? What should I write here? I want to add below 0. T dot root dot, since root has a children, we have to go to root children. So I will say children. Soma is correct. Children. And since this is the 0 value, because we will be adding 3 children, so first one will be at the 0 value. So I will say 0 index. So first 0 part is at the 0 index, and this is at the 1 index, and this is at the 2 index. If I want to add child here, I will use 2 index. If I want to add child here, it will be 0 index. If I want to add child here, it will be 1 index. Since I want to add inside the 0 part, the child of this 0, so I will say t dot root dot children 0 dot add, and I will add the value. What value I have to add? We will see 12 number. So 12 number. So if I want to add now, this is correct. Now if I want to add this -2, what should I write here? T dot same. Since it can have 3 children, so I will add another children of -2. Is it -2? Yeah, -2. And t dot root dot children of 0 dot add of 1. Now, if I want to add this part, what should I write down? Index is 2 here. So t, because it starts with 0, so I will say children of 2 dot add of -2. Okay, so let's repeat all the steps again and see how the tree looks here. So if I open the tree, tree has a root. Root is a node with a value of 20. It has 3 children. Children are 0, 40 or -15. And 0 has another 3 children. The 3 children are 12, -2, 1. And this 41 does not have any children, so it is empty array. And this one has 1 children, so it has only 1 children, like this. Okay, so our tree which I created here is complete. We can go more down and we can manually write more if we want to, but right now we will not do it. So generally tree is basic example of learning the trees. When you go for interview, they will not ask anything about trees. It will be more on the binary search tree. But to understand the binary search tree or to understand the concept of tree, we are going through this tree part. Otherwise, when we go with the real examples, it will be the binary search tree. Okay, so we will look binary search tree next time, but we will be looking little more explanation on this tree part. So what we can do with this tree part, we will be going to do that now. Before I go further, just write down this example and then we'll go further to understand what we want to do. Let me know when it's done. Okay. So now the important things to understand in this tree is how to traverse. How to traverse. So we have this example which I created here. Let's open a new tab where we will traverse it. So this is the example, and okay. So based on this example, we will traverse the tree and write down its values. So if I want to traverse the tree, it can be done in two ways. Two ways. One way is called depth traverse, depth first traverse, DFT, or I can say depth traverse also. So I will write down DT, and another one is breadth traverse. It's called BT. So if I want to traverse, let's understand first breadth traverse and then we'll go to depth traverse. Breadth is, if I want to traverse breadth first, in this example, it will be, I have to go through this 20 first. So I'll write down 20. Then I will go to this row. What is the row? 0, 40, minus 15. So it will be 0, then 40, then minus 15. Then I will go to this row. It is 12 minus 2, 1, 12 minus 2, 1, and then this minus 2. So the final result will be the array of these values if I want to do breadth traverse. If I want to do depth traverse, it will be in this direction from top to bottom like this. So it will be 20, 0, 12. First I have to say 20, 0, 12. Then it will go. So the purpose is go to down as early as possible. So it will go this down, then it will go up, but each value has to be traversed only one. I cannot take 0 again. So it will go up and take minus 2. It will go up and it will take minus 2. And then it will go up and take 1. So it will take 1. Then it will go up and take 40. The next value is 40. Then it will go up and take minus 15. Then it will take the last minus 2. Okay, so this is the depth traverse which will go from top to bottom, and this is the breadth traverse which will go from left right to right, left side to right side. So we need to understand how to do breadth traverse and how to do the depth traverse. So let me create one more diagram. And here we will understand how to do the breadth traverse. Okay. So before I go to breadth traverse, have you understood how we calculate the breadth traverse and depth traverse? Is the concept clear? How we are trying to achieve it? Now, let's try to understand the breadth traverse. This is a breadth traverse. Okay. So as I will explain, we will take this example only to understand how to do the breadth traverse. So we have to return the array. So let's say this is the array which will be returned in the end. This array is called data. You can name anything. I will name it data. This will be the final array which will be returned. Now, this is the temporary array. Okay, this is the temporary array, TMP. This is a temporary array which will be filled and empty. So I will put something, I will remove something. I will put something, I will remove something. That's why it's called temporary array. Okay, so what I will do first, I will take initially this 20 value, only this 20 value, and I will put it in my temporary array. Okay, so whatever the root is there, this is the root. I will take the value of the root and put it in my temporary array. Now what I will do, now my calculation will start. This calculation will check if we have something in the temporary array. If we don't have anything in the temporary array, that means we are done. So we will return this data. So I will check, this calculation will be the while loop, and it will check whether we have something in the temporary array. Do we have anything in the temporary array now? Yes, we have something in the temporary array. Okay, so what I will do, I will take out this 20. I will take out, that means I will remove this from the temporary array. So I removed it here. Once I remove it, I will check whether this 20 has any children. Does this 20 has children? Yes, we have the children. So what are the children of 20? 0, 40 and minus 15. So all the children are appended here. 0, 40 and minus 15. I will append it here in this temporary array. And I will take this 20. One second. Okay, so what I did, I took the 20 out of the temporary array and I took the children of 20 and appended in the temporary array. And we took this 20 and added in the data. So now what happened after 20 is processed? This 20 is deleted from here because it is already processed, and this is deleted from here also because we took it out. Okay. Now one loop is done. Now again in the calculation, we will see if something exists in this temporary array. Is something exist in the temporary array? Yes, 0. So we will take out 0, we'll take 0 out here and we'll delete it from the temporary array. Okay, we delete it from the temporary array. And once 0 is here, we will see whether we have any children of the 0. So does 0 has any children? It has children, 1, 2, and 3. 3 children are there of 0. So we will take all these 3 children, 12 minus 2, 1, and put it after the minus 15. So it will be 12 minus 2 and 1. Okay. And once we put the children here, we'll take 0 out and put it in this data. 0 is here. Now we will take the 40 here and we will see whether we have any children of 40. No children of 40. So just we will push the 40 here and 40 deleted from here in the calculation. Also here. Now we'll take out the minus 15. Does minus 15 has any children? Yes, minus 2. So I will put minus 2 at the end. Minus 2 at the end of this temporary array. And we'll take this minus 15, put it inside here. Okay. And minus 15 is deleted from here. Now let's take 12. I will take 12 out from here. I'm not able to take. Okay, let's take it manually. 12 here. And see if it has any children. No children. Just push 12 here and delete it from here. Then we'll take minus 2. It also does not have any children. So first I'll put minus 2 here. It does not have any children. I will put minus 2 here. Then I'll take 1 and I'll see if it has any children. No children. Put it here. If it was having children, we will put inside the temp. And then we will take minus 2 again and see minus 2 has any children. No children. So we will take this minus children to here. So if you see this data which is finite, now we will see, is there anything in the temp? No, nothing is there in the temp. That means my calculation part is done. Now we will return this data. And what is the data? 20, 0, 40, minus 15, 20, 0, 40, minus 15, 12, minus 2, 1, 12, minus 2, 1, and minus 2. So it is same what we wrote here in the breadth traversal. Is that clear? The idea is clear? Okay, now we will write the function coding for this one. So let's write down the coding, how we will do same thing in that one. So we already have the tree. We will write down the function to do the breadth traversal. So here I will say this dot traverse breadth first. It's called breadth first also. And I will create a function In this function, I told you I will create one variable which is the data, which will be, we have to return it. So in the ultimate, it will we will return this data. So when the whole calculation is done, we will return this data. We will have one temp array which will be used temporarily for manipulation. Okay, so now in the first part, what we will do, since it is the beginning, before even going with the while loop, I will put one thing in the temporary one. And here I will check if we don't have anything in the root. One second. Okay, so here what I will do, if we don't have anything in the root, that means tree is null. We don't need to proceed. If I will check if nothing is in the root, that means tree is empty, nothing is there, I will return the data. That is, it will be the empty array. Okay. Okay. Now, but if we have something in the root, I will add the first element of the root. That is the 20 in our example. Okay, I need to add this 20 initially before even I start pushing in the temp one. Before even starting in the temp one, we have to add first element in the temp to start with. So what I will do, so I will add the root value inside the temp. Okay, so what I will say, temp dot push, and I will put the root, this dot root. Okay, so we will be, we will be, right now it's a root, but after we go down, we will be adding different children into this temp. So instead of putting the root, I will create one variable, and that variable will be, I will be using it. So it's not different. I will say one let node equal to this dot root, and I will just add node here. So when I run this node, what temporary array will have, let's write down here. Temp is, okay, like this. Okay, so before I write down more code, let's see what happens in the temp after this function. So here, after adding all the data, I will say t.traverse breadth first, and I will see what's happening. So let's write down this. Let's run this and see what happens. Okay, so if you see, after I run the traverse breadth, temp is this array. It will have one node, that is number 20. So it has only one node, number 20. As I explained, we put initially 20 here in the temp, and then we start the calculation. So we already put 20 here, and now we will start the calculation. Okay, let's start the calculation now. So we have one element in this temp. Now we will start our while loop. We'll start our calculation and see how it goes. So what will be the while loop? While loop will be, so I want you to decide what should I put in the while loop. This while loop should run till we have something in this temp array. If nothing is in the temp array, that means we have processed everything. We should not worry about it. So what should I put inside this while loop? What length? Length of what? Yes, we should check the length of this temp. So we will say if length is greater than 0, then we should loop it. So I will say temp.length should be greater than 0. If it is 0, that means we are exhausted with all the values and we are done. Okay, so first time the temp will have the value of the 20. So we have to take out the 20 from the temp and put it in some variable. So the step is take out the 20 from temp and put it in some variable. So let's say variable will be, I will update this node variable. Okay, so let's say node equal to. Now how will I remove this 20 from this temp array? What should I write here? How can I remove things from the temp? Pop will remove from the end. As I showed you, we have to remove from the beginning and we'll go on putting in the end. Unshift. So we have to use unshift. Unshift will add. Unshift is wrong, sorry. It's a shift. Okay, it's a shift. So I'll say node equal to temp.shift. Now what will node having? Node is having the 20 number in the node. Now we have to check. I take out the 20 here. Now we have to check whether 20 has any children. Okay. So we have to check whether 20 has any children. So let's put that check here. Check if node that is 20 is having any children. Okay. And put those children. Where should we put those children? Where should we put those children? In the temp. We should put those children in the temp behind the line. Behind the line. That is in the end here. Behind the line, in the end. Okay. So no need to check it directly. We can take all the children of this node that is 20 and put it behind the line. So how to do that? I will say temp.push and I will take all the children of this node. Even if it is empty, then I will take it. Though it will not go anything if it is empty, but I will take all the children. So I will say dot dot dot. I will use spread operator and I will say node dot children. So whatever children will be of node will be added into the temp. If it has 3 children, it will be added in the temp. If it has only 1 children, it will be added 1. Once we add the children here, we have to take this 20 and put it in this data. So either I can put it before this line or I can put after this line. Let's put it after this line. Add node that is 20 in the data array. Why we are putting in the data array? Because this will be ultimately outputted out to the user here. So we have to put in the data array. So how will I put in the data array? I will say data.push node.value. I don't want to put whole node in the data. I just want to put the value, what we are outputting. Okay, that's why I put node.value. Now what I will do, I will see what's happening in each level. So I will put one console.log here. Node is node. I will check what node is here. That is, it should be 20. Here I will check. Also, I'll check the children of the node. Node.children. Okay. And then after putting in the temp, I will do console.log of temp. And after this, I will check what is in the data. Okay. I will only check with the one level, and then we will do more later. Let's see after first level, first turn, what happens. So I will run it. Okay. So first time we run it, temp is one node, that is 20 number. So node is 20 and children are 3 children in it, 0, 40 and 15. And we took all these 3 children, we put it in the temp value. So the temp value is having 0, 40 and minus 50. After first round, the 20 was already taken out from the temp and inserted into the data. So data is 20. So temp will be now having all the children of the 20, that is 0, 40 and minus 15. So after the first round, temp is having these 3 values. Is that clear? Okay, so now the temp is having the 3 things, that is 0, 40 and 15, and 20 is gone because 20 was manipulated it and it went here. Now what will happen? We will take 0 and we will take if it has any children. We have 3 children. So after the second round, temp will have this 3 and this one. Okay, so let's try to remove the break and see what we are getting in the second round. Loop started. I'm just putting some console so you can see loop ended. Okay, so this is ended and we will go through each loop one by one. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So initially we put in the temp node, that is before even loop started, we put one thing in the temp, that is 20 number. So the node is 20 and it has 3 children. All these 3 children are added in the temp and the 20 is removed and put it into the data. And second time the loop started. Second time we have 0. We have 0 in the loop, that 0 part. So the node is 0 and it has 3 children. What are the 3 children? These are the 3 children. All these 3 children are inserted into the temp. So previously it was 3, 1 get out, that is 0 get out. So it remains 2 and this 3 was added behind the temp. And 0 went out to here. Then again loop started. We have the second value 40. This 40 went out to data and 40 does not have any children. So no children was added. Then we went to 15. 15 has children, 1 children, which was added here in the end. And this 15 comes out here. Then next is the value 12. After minus 15, we have the value of 12, this 12. So 12 was added in the end and 12 does not have any children. So we remain only 3 node. Previously it was 4, now it is 3. After 12, it is minus 2, which was added here and it does not have any children. So temp has only 2 node on. And after that, it is only 1, this one, and it was added here. It does not have any children. Temp has only one node now, that is -2, which is here, this part. And the -2 was added in the end, and temp does not have any children now, so we came out of the loop and we return this value here. So this is the breadth first search, which is nothing but row wise. 1, 2, 3. It is 1. Is that clear? Okay, write down, and if you have any question or doubt, you can ask me. So this is the breadth first search. You have to write down this. If you want, you can put console. If you don't want, don't put any console line here. I just showed you this console to see what's happening in each step. Okay, you have 5 minutes to finish this. Is it done? Okay, now let's go to the depth first search. I'll copy this and paste it here and name it as depth first. Now we will see the difference between this and that one. Now we'll see the depth first. Okay, let's try to see. So in the depth first, we have to go to 20, 0 and 12, then 0, -2, 0, 1, 40, -15, 2. So let's try to understand that one. Let's put it here. Okay, so it is now depth traversal. So it will also have the temporary array. This is the temporary array. And this is the data which will finally come out. This is called data. And here we will do calculation. So initially I will put 20 in my temporary array as we did in the breadth traversal. We will take this 20 out here and put this 20 here in the data. Now, here in the calculation part, we'll check whether 20 has any children. Does 20 has children? 0, 40, -15. So 20 has these three children, 0, 40 and -15. So in the depth traversal, in the breadth traversal, we were putting after 20. All the elements were putting after 20. But in the depth traversal, we will put before 20. So the things will be, 20 will be gone at least, but if it was there, other children will come before 20. So what are the children? 0, 40, -15. So it will be the 0, 40, and -15. So if 20 was there, it will be in the end. So what we did, in the breadth traversal, we put at the end of the line, but with the depth traversal, we will put at the beginning of the line. And 20 will go here and it will come out here. So 20 will be deleted. Now what I will do, I will take 0 in the calculation. So 0 will come out and we will see whether 0 has any children. 0 has these three children, 12, -2, 1. So now I have to add 12, -2, 1 at the beginning of the array, not at the end. So these three will go at the beginning of the array. So 12, -2, 1, 12, -2, 1 will go at the beginning of the array and 0 will go here. Okay. Now what we'll do, we will check if we have anything in the temp. Yes, we have anything in the temp. So we'll take this out. So what we have to take out now? 12. So we'll check 12 has any children? 12 does not have any children. So 12 will directly go here. And 12 will be removed from here. We'll check -2 has any children? -2 does not have any children. So -2 will directly go here. No need to add anything. Now we'll take 1 out. 1 has any children? No. So 1 will go here and it will delete it from here. Then we'll take out the 40. Does 40 has any children? No. So 40 will be also out. And 40 will be out and 40 will go here. Then we'll take the -15 out. And we'll check if -15 has any children. Yes, -15 has one child, -2. And this -2 will go at the beginning of the array. So minus 2 will come here. So this will be deleted. And now I will take minus 15 here. Minus 15 will be deleted here. Now we will take minus 2 out. Does it have any children? No, it will be added here. Okay, so now temp is done. Nothing is there in the temp. So we are out of the calculation. We will return this array in the end. This is nothing but 20, 0, 12. So 20, 0, 12. Then minus 2, 1. Then go up minus 2, go up 1. Then 40. Then go up 40, go up minus 15, minus 2. Minus 15, minus 2. This is nothing but this part which we have written. So this is how we do the depth traversal. Okay, is that clear? This concept is clear? In the breadth traverse, we were putting in the end. In the depth traversal, we are putting at the beginning. Okay, so let's write down the code for it. So the code will be similar. The only thing will be, so this part will be similar. We will put the node inside the temp and go to the temp, and we will take from the beginning. We will take from the beginning of the temp, and only difference will be in the breadth traversal we were pushing at the end of the array. Here temp, we are pushing at the end of the array, but here in the depth traversal we will be putting in the front of the array. So only thing will be from push to unshift. Okay, this part will be changed. Rest everything will be same. So now we will see how it looks. Okay. So we will check in the end how it looks. So I'll say here depth dt depth traversal is this, and breadth traversal is this. Okay, let's run this and see how it looks. Okay, so depth traversal is 20, 0, 12, minus 2, 1, 40, minus 15, 12 as I explained. And breadth traversal is 20, 0, 40, 15, minus 15, 12, minus 2, 1, minus 2. So these are the two different versions. The only difference was in the one we were putting behind the array, in the one we are putting before the array. Ahead in the line. Okay, so just copy the same thing and change this part only and done. Rest is same. Any questions on this one? Okay, any questions? Okay, so go through these two, and next time we will go to breadth search or what you call as binary search tree, And this will be similar to what we did in the tree, but there are some different things to understand in the binary search tree, because here we are dealing with only left and right, whereas here we are dealing all the children. Okay, so next Sunday we'll do the binary search tree. Okay, now let's make the groundwork for our React project. What we have to do. Okay, let me see what is happening now. Git pull. Okay. So if you see, our script launch has only the client side. We don't have the server side here. So what we will do, we will go to our all project, the all project, and in that project we'll start our server, and then we'll start with the React one. So this is my all project, and I will go to cd my folder, then React, then master, and here I will run the server. Okay, so to run the server, let's see what is the command for running the server. So if I go to package.json, you have this server nodemon.index.js. Instead of nodemon, I can also use node. Okay, node or nodemon, either is okay. So I will start the server. Okay, since I will not do any change, so nodemon is not needed. I will just change it to node. But even if it was nodemon, it's okay. It doesn't matter. So I will start the server like npm run server. I will not run dev. Dev will run server and client together, but my client is now in another folder, so we don't need the client here. We only need the server. So I will say npm run server. It will run the server here. Okay, so server is started. Now I will go in my client side script nonce. I will check the branch name here, git pull. Okay, I will go to the client folder. Before even start working, I will run npm install. Maybe someone has put something in the package.json. So let me run npm install. Now I will run npm start. Okay. Okay, so we are in the home screen. Let's go to login. So let's see if login is working. Since I have already the username, I can see login is working. So this is the past user who is logged in. Let's see the test page. I can do increment, decrement. Both are working fine. So if you see, my server and client both are working, right? Let's try to see the forgot page. It's not done yet. Okay. Okay, so when other pages will come, we will check those pages also. But at least it is working and server is also working. So you have to start the server there and you have to use it here. Okay. Now I will do some groundwork for the create one, and then you have to work on that one, the one which I was talking. So this is the create freelance job. So there will be one file called as create, and similarly we will have edit also, and where we will be adding these all fields. So if you got the task of this one, okay, so let's try to work on the create one. I will just show you the structure, then you have to work on it. So if you take this field or this task, you have to do just this task, okay? The person who will take the create job will do the create job work, but you have to just build only this part if you are taking this task, okay? So I'll explain you what it means. So let me create one branch. I will name it as groundwork. How to revert the changes from GitLab repository after changes are pushed to. So after changes are pushed in repository, you to revert your work is a little complex thing. Either you manually change it and commit it again. Otherwise, if you want to go to previous version, then there are some commands you can go by here also. Let me show you one thing. So if you want to go to previous version, so maybe we'll see what things we can do. Show log, refer, revision, rebase. Let's check what thing we can do to go to. Yeah, I don't see anything to go to previous version.
I did a hard reset, but that did on the local my staging and local repository, but the changes were already pushed to the GitLab account repository,
Right.
so I was not able to delete from there.
Right. So we can search in Google. There is some command I know. You can go to previous checkout version. I'll check on that one also, because otherwise you manually do it and push it again. This is one option. But to go to particular version, there is some command. Maybe this is not available here, but we can manually do it. But that is not advisable, maybe. Or you can create a new branch from the main branch, do your work, whatever you want to push it. That's another thing you can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I generally, if you go to previous version of that one, that may create some other issues. That's the reason we don't do that one normally. So we better create a new branch, do it manually, whatever you want to do.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I created a new branch for the create part, which I want to explain you, and you have to work on that. I will only create the template structure. Rest details you have to fill out. Okay, so what we will do, since I want to build the create part, I will create a folder called as create. And in that create one, I will create a new file, create.jsx. This is the main entry file for the create one. Okay, so the person who has taken this create job task will work on this file creator, and this file will have the state variable. This file have to hold all the data. Maybe I'll write on this file will have state variable to hold the data, and this file will also have handle change function. This file also have handle submit function. Okay, so these things will be there in this file. Now if someone has to create this upload field, so he will create a new file called as upload.jsx, and he will do just this upload part, right? Whatever upload he has to do it. Then the create one will go, and he wants to put upload file component. He will add it here. Okay, and then he will say, for example, create jobs. And then he will add this upload component. So if we want to see, so right now the create is not there, so we need to create the routing for that. We'll add the routing here. Okay, so we have the upload here. But right now I don't have any upload functionality, so you just see the text of upload. But when you will do the upload part, you will put it here and it will be called here. Okay, so let's add one more to show you clear what we are trying to do. So let's take, so this upload will take, upload person will take. One second. Okay, so let's try to add this checkbox, feature checkbox. So now I will create one more file, checkbox or featured checkbox. Okay, RFC. So here I will create the one checkbox, and what is the purpose of featured checkbox is checkbox will come here. You have to find the checkbox code from the material UI, and you have to say give here description. I want this job to be featured. So if they put featured job, they have to pay money, and if they don't put featured, they can create the job free of cost. So that is what we have to put this featured checkbox, and now we have to call this featured checkbox here. Okay, so and then we will call this featured checkbox. Now if you see the create part, we have the checkbox here. So like this, we have to add all the fields. So the user who has taken each one, he will only work on that file. But the person who has taken this create job, he will take each field and put it inside the create job one. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. Don't take this Node.js upload functionality, which I will show you. And this create upload file field, you can create a basic HTML part, but how to upload the file to the Node.js server, I will show you that in next week. So maybe create this field. I will be adding more fields right now. Right now I added only these fields, but more fields come here soon. And you have to just create that file. and the person who has taken this part, he will add that component in the create component, like I'm doing it here. So if you're taking upload, just work on the upload. If you're taking this one, just work on that one. And the person who has taken this create part, he will call everything and put it here. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now watch out for more tasks which I will be creating soon here. Watch out more tasks, I'll be adding it. Right now these fields are there which I have thought, but in future I will be adding more tasks. So let me explain you what this website will do. So this website was there long back in 2000 and 2002, and then somehow they sold this website to anyone, other person, and then no one has made that website as per. See, it is going to freelancer. Initially it was scriptplans.com, and now it is going to freelancer. And freelancer is not, it is also good, but not like I used to see script plans. This script plans was very nice one, and that's what I want to. That's what we will be doing it. Okay. So now, yeah.
So I have just the way I have pushed the code in my branch. Now
Right.
I have to merge into main.
No, you cannot merge into the main. So what you have done?
Just I have pushed the code in my branch.
Yes. So now, have you taken the pull in the main and have you merged that main into your branch?
No, sir. I have to check it into main and take the pull from the main branch, and main branch merge into my branch, right?
Right. So I have given the instruction to the Shweta how to get merge from the main, in the Telegram chat. I'm just pointing it. You have to follow this and put the code from the main to your branch. And once that code is in your branch, then you create the merge request.
Okay. Can you tell me again for merge request what I have to do?
You have to go here in script plans. You have to go to your, let's say if you have created this one, let's say you have created a branch, create a new merge request. Now here, you have to select the source branch, put your name. For example, your branch is this one. And you have to merge in the main. This is the target branch. And just continue again.
Okay, fine. Fine. So, thank you. I will do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so now what we will do, I will also commit this branch 1 minute. Okay, let me explain you what the script branch is. So here, a person will come. He wants to give job to other person. So he will create a job. He will say title of the job. For example, build simple website, something like that. He will put description, whatever he wants to say. He will say budget, what budget he has. Let's say he will say he has $2,000 as a budget. Then he will say he will upload some documents, what kind of website he wants, what the template should look like. He will upload some documents there. And what are the fields? More fields. Let's see. Technologies. He wants this website in which technologies. So maybe he will say he wants in the React, Node.js, or PHP. Or if another person wants in different one, he will say ASP.NET and simple jQuery, for example. Another person will come, he will say he wants in Python and front end will be Angular. Whatever he wants, he can put the technologies. And then he will say featured. If he put featured, I will redirect him to the payment page. Right now there is no payment page. So just create a checkbox. We will add the payment gateway later. So if he say he wants featured, he has to pay some X amount for the featured. And then he will click submit. Once it will get submit, this will go to the approval process as we do for the movies, right? Same approval process, because we don't want some shitty things to be uploaded on the website. And once admin will approve it, the job will be visible to the users. Okay, so job will be visible on the main page. And let's say there are 10 jobs now. I'm just giving you the overview what we are going to build. So if I click the first job, I will see the detailed job, means all the descriptions which he has put, everything here. And then I will bid on this one. So bid on this job. So user one will come and he will bid on this job. So he will say, I can do this job, check my profile, and I will take $3,000. Though he has said the budget is 2,000, the user one will say, I will do it in 3,000. Okay, another user will come, and when he will bid on this one, the job owner, the one who has created job, he can see this bid. I'm not sure if I want to show all the bid to everyone, but at least owner will be able to see everyone's bid. But I will decide whether I want to show all the bid, because user will come and see other person are bidding 3,000. Let me bid less than 3,000. So that is another option which I have to think. So he will bid on this job, and he will say he want $2,000. He can do this same thing in $2,000. And user 3 will come. He will say, I can do it in $1,000. Then the job owner creator will go through each one's profile, and maybe there will be button here, accept or reject. Okay, or only accept button will be there. If he don't want to accept, he can do not click that accept button. So there will be accept button here also, accept button here also. Once the person, the creator, job creator, let's say he likes this user 2, he will say accepted. Once he say accepted, then this job will go to the user 2, that owner has accepted this job. Do you really want to do this job? Then user 2 will also has to accept again. User 2 will accept again that yes, I am also okay to do this job. And once user 2 will accept this job, the status of this job, initially the status will be, once it is submitted, the status of job will be, maybe we can say open. The status will be open once he creates the job. And once this user 2 is accepted, the status will change to accepted. Okay, and here we will also say which user has accepted it. So it is a user 2. So when other person will come and he will see user 2 has accepted this offer. So this is assigned to user 2. And the status of this project will be accepted. That means it is no longer available to accept it again. And the job will get started. And when the job is done, user 2 will come and say, I'm done with the project. So he will say, I'm done. So the status of the project will be, when user 2 will say done and owner of this job also say done, then the status of this project will be closed. That means both have said that this project is done. And once it is done, they will, take payment themselves. I will not take care of this $2,000. So once user 2 has done, he has responsibility to take the money from the job owner, from anyhow he wanted. I am done with it. I will not take the money for him and give it to him. That's the whole project is. And this was the simple thing which was there long back in the scriptlaunch.com. And then they sold out this company to freelance, and we don't have such kind of interface. Is that clear? This is how we have to build it. Right now we are in this creation process. So once you will create this submit part, we will go to approval process. And once approval is done, then we will go to this page, task, accepted part, bidding part. And once bidding is accepted, then we are done with the project. Got it? Okay, so that's all for today. Any questions?